Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to another game, this time between Infi and Romantic. Oh, hey Hasu, how are you doing? A little bit difficult to see your name. Well, yeah, I get completely different people when I stream at 10 a.m. Pacific, so I don't know why I'm that surprised. Anyways, over here on the bottom right-hand side of the map, we have... this is going to be Infi spawning as the red night elf. Meanwhile, Romantic is spawning as the blue human. Yeah, I'll keep killing it. I am also planning on streaming Tetris 99. If you guys want videos of Tetris 99, let me know. I have yet to win a game in Tetris 99. I've gotten like I think I played around 50 games. I've gotten 5 or 6 second places and a couple of like top 10s, and a lot of top 10s. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Europe is the most active in WarCraft 3. Isn't China most active? At least they're all... China, in terms of viewership though, the Great Firewall of China makes it difficult for Twitch and any outside influencer to really get into China. So that is a little bit of an issue there. They are very, very good players. Yeah, China does have a lot of great Warcraft 3 players. Makes me Hasu X Pro. I believe Hasu, VVV's Hasu.
Your building is complete.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into the game here. Let's focus on this instead. It is going to be a Keeper of the Grove. We can take a look. Archer will be coming out. No big surprise here. And one of the questions that was asked earlier was, why don't human players always do that fast expansion anymore? And a lot of that has to come down to just a lot of the changes in the matchups. Night Elf in the past was not a very good harassment type, and human players could easily set up an expansion with 5 extra seconds on their militia and then be able to get it up and running with arcane towers before a Night Elf or another race could actually come in there and try and punish it. With a Keeper of the Grove at level 2, Force of Nature archers coupled with Entangle, all of a sudden it becomes a very, very big gamble trying to do any of that. Yeah, China also has a lot of the biggest tournaments as well. I am hoping that Warcraft 3 does continue to grow. I know that a lot of the esports team at Blizzard were let go, but well, none of them ever reached out to me, so I didn't know any of them personally. But I do wish them the best of luck as they are going out over there. I don't know, did Bunny get let go? Bunny and Jay-Z are probably the only 2 people that I know that would probably have been affected. I don't know. If anyone wants to let me know. Crota live. Yes, I am currently live. Archmage now running back away. Footman as well, heading back off to the north here. Keeper of the Grove going to be able to finish off this creep camp. Picks up a Wand of Mana Stealing and also has this Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Now, Terranus Stand is a map that is a little bit, well, significantly different than the Concealed Hill matchup that I just cast. The reason being is this Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Abolish Magic, having access to that early on, shuts down water elementals and also shuts down forces of nature. What you may see is both of these getting to mid-level 3, not even just level 3, but maybe even pushing mid-level 3 with their own side of the creep camp. Why is there such firewall in China, and any knowledge in that? The idea of censorship is much more controlled in China than in a lot of Western countries. The idea that everyone has a right to say whatever they believe is not something that is not a universal human right for other countries. They don't believe that you have the right to make threats, that you have the right for freedom, like other freedoms. But that is a very political conversation, and I do not want to get into that just right now. All right, let's take a look at this. Kobold Taskmaster, we're going to get cleared out. And yes, this is what I mentioned. We are going to get into the mid-level 3s off of this creep camp here, as the Archmage is already at level 3, does have Boots of Speed, also has that Pendant of Energy, and I'm assuming that he's trying to perhaps be able to do a little bit more pressure early on. I hope Romantic can make strong comeback, even though I played Night Elf. Romantic actually won the previous game, if you didn't see it, so I don't know if a comeback is necessary. Yeah, Romantic played a very interesting game, even though it looked like he was losing throughout the matchup. He ended up coming out on top, even after a couple of key micro plays. Perhaps Infi overvalued his position, and that does happen from time to time. Heading back off to the north here, this Enforcer creep camp will get cleared out. Oh, okay. Is going to get cleared out here. Ankh of Reincarnation is going to be dropped. Alchemist is going to be coming over to pick that on up, and this is something important to keep track of in a Warcraft 3 game. How many excuse me, item slots you have. When you are heavily aggressively creeping, you want to make sure that you're able to pick up those valuable items later on. Also, another key thing to note, this Alchemist is already close to 4 armor. 4 armor on a 750 hit point unit is not something that you can just, well, sneeze at, as it is rather important, or rather a lot of damage to try and eat through. Both sides are, well, doing a little bit of pressure here. I am surprised. Where is the Archmage? Let's take a look at this. Where is the... Oh, there's the Mountain King. Where did the Archmage go? Okay, Archmage back across over here. Not yet level 4, but extremely close, but didn't clear out his opponent's creep. What is match fixing? He lost games on purpose. Yeah, that is match fixing. It is a scandal, and the idea behind it is that, well, Warcraft 3 and professional gaming in general, the players really don't get paid that much. So in certain instances, it actually makes more if you can get paid more to lose a game than win, and it's all about money, then what's the downside there? All right, Forest Troll Berserker quickly taken out. Archer now going to be pulling back. Mountain King shows up to the party. There's an entangle onto the Footman here. The Footman could end up getting taken out, and it will get taken out right there. Mountain King trying to chase after that. Keeper of the Grove. What is going to happen? Stormbolt onto the Keeper of the Grove, and the Keeper of the Grove, come on, one more shot. There it goes. But it does have the Ankh of Reincarnation. It will come back alive. Going after the Forest Troll Shadow Priest right now. There is the Keeper of the Grove. It is back. Mountain King now needs to get away. I didn't think he would actually want to use that Ankh of Reincarnation like that, but the Mountain King may end up getting felled as well. Archmage is going to transfer that Scroll of Town Portal. I don't see that as of yet. Mountain King trying to get away, down to 60 hit points, down to 17. It will end up falling due to that Acid Bomb. Alright, heading back off to the north, Archmage going to continue to chase back. Archers trying to head back. There should be no instance when you get paid more for losing than winning. Yeah, and that is the case where athletes and people who care about the outcome more than the people who care and what they're sacrificing, that can often happen. That's just unfortunate. Perhaps you can say that professional gamers, because they are such large influencers, they risk more and they are underpaid, but that is also a very, very different discussion. They're always when there are sports betting. Yep, and people do bet on esports. All right, Footman going to go ahead and finish off that Wisp there. Let's take a look. Priests are going to heal back up. An interesting strategy by Romantic this time around. He's actually wandering around only with the Archmage here. The majority of the army is going to be working with that Mountain King as it's making its way back down. Archmage does have double water elementals, and we are also looking at, well, mountain giants coming in from Infi. Now, the big downside for mountain giants is their greatest strength is also their greatest weakness. They are large supply units that have 1,600 hit points, something that's very difficult to deal that much damage to. at the same time, in the same way, in the same breath, 1600 hit points is nearly impossible to heal. Trying to heal back up 1600 hit points, well, and that just makes the Mountain Giant damage stick a little bit longer. By the way, World Cyber Games announced the first game of this year, Dota 2. I really hope WarCraft 3 can be there too. Yeah, World Cyber Games, that would be great if we, if we can go beyond the game and then enjoy all of that back in the day. Assassin's going to get finished off here. Mountain Giants are a little bit slower here, as we are going to see an Entangle go down on a Rifleman. All right, poor Rifleman trying to head all the way to the very back. It looked as though it just ended up dying from some poison damage or the acid bomb. Meanwhile, Mountain Giants with Siege Attack dealing tremendous damage, as those units are considered unarmored. All right, teleporting back home. Are we going to get enough heal to save that priest? Yes, we are, even though it was, I believe, acid bombed and orbed venomed. Oh my goodness, I drank a flowery tea and now my nose is running like crazy. Right, Goblin Shredder sound like it was hired up somewhere. Mountain King very much nearby. Is he going to try and snipe that little bit of damage right there? Let's take a look at it. Dark Wizard ends up getting taken out, I believe, by the Mountain King. A little bit of experience right there. Mountain Giants are all here as well, and a little bit of traffic across all of these directions. Mountain Giants picking up some trees and now attacking back a little bit more. What's going to end up happening here? This is going to be actually a strange game. Oh, Stormbolt onto the Alchemist. Alchemist is in a corner with nowhere to go. 2 units around, could end up getting taken down. Staff of Preservation saves once more as the trees are just coming alive to attack. Right, Force of Nature is joining in. Knights now joining in on the fight. Knights the perfect counter to the Mountain Giant, as the Archmage now comes in with the Staff of Sanctuary. Mountain King hoping to finish off some more units. Are we going to see a Stormbolt onto the Mountain Giant? Mountain Giant, however, getting taunted or counted away. Mountain Giant going to try to get in front as well to get a little bit more damage, and there it goes. There goes a Stormbolt. When you can take out a Mountain Giant this early on, big good things happen. All right, Paladin is currently out onto the field. Archmage, Mountain King, where's the Mountain King? Stormbolt onto another Mountain Giant. Is the Mountain King or any of those other units going to try to get in front or in the way? As you can take a look, this Mountain Giant here is just taunting back and forth. All right, let's take a look. Healthstone now onto the Paladin. Paladin needs to get away, down to 84 hit points, and he's just running for the hills. Is he going to be able to get away once more? That is the big question. Healthstone being the big savior right there, as he finally gets, well, back up to 500 hit points. There goes another Mountain. Come on, one more shot. What? No, Staff of Preservation saves. The Knight was mid-swing, unable to get the shot off there, as the Alchemist comes, and we're going to see another Staff of Preservation as well. All right, Paladin has not seen any of this experience at all. Paladin is in trouble, going to end up getting taken down. Healing Spray, Staff of Sanctuary saves, Staff of Preservation saves, but takes down the Alchemist. All right, beautiful game so far, going back every which way. A bash onto the Mountain Giant. The Mountain Giant shakes it off. Mountain King up to 79 mana. Keeper of the Grove trying to head back as well. Stormbolt comes across. Keeper of the Grove. We know what's going to happen. Incoming Air Swan. Swan Staff of Preservation saving that unit back at home, as all of the Moonwells are already dry. Mountain Giants suffering from a bunch of damage already. We are going into an expansion now. Alchemist was... Yes, Arya?
Daddy, when you press on a Mountain Giant, the face is still cute.
Yes, when I click on a Mountain Giant, the face is still very cute. All right. I told my daughter if she really needs to interrupt me, she needs to hold my hand, because it's really important. And the cuteness of Mountain Giants are just that important. All right, coming back around, Knights heading back off to the north. Still no animal war training as of yet. As I say that, there is that research. Level 1 weapons and armor upgrades coming across, as, well, nothing there. Kawaii Mountain Giants, yep. As the Knights are now making their way back down. All right, let's take a look. I believe the majority of the creep camps have been cleared out. Only a handful of creep camps are left, as the Archmage, Paladin, and Mountain King ready to move on out. Robe of Magi transferred back to the Mountain Giant to get a little bit more mana as well. Paladin still doesn't have that much experience. As we see, oh, we could have a Stormbolt onto the Mountain Giant. Mountain Giant, do we have a hero nearby? There's a Staff of Preservation that we all know and love. Are we going to see a follow-up Stormbolt, though, as this Mountain Giant, shakes off that one Stormbolt there. Mountain Giant needs to get a bash onto that unit there. Where is that Mountain Giant going? I do not know. There is another Stormbolt. There's a surround, and the Paladin will finally be able to get some experience as the Mountain Giant tries to pick up a tree to break free, unable to do so. Back off on the other side. Staff of Preservation's continuing to send units back home. We are looking at a Water Elemental, well, apparently trying to take down an Entangled Goldmine. Knights are all in position. And is this going to be the... Well, we also have an expansion already up and running for Romantic, so economic advantage is Romantic right now. That is a lot of Wisp, though, and that is a lot of detonation mana lost. Archmage going to be forced to back up here. Orb of Fire, getting to get a little bit of splash damage in, but the Knight is taken down. Mountain King now pretty much out of mana. 52 supply compared to 50. Economic advantage still in favor of Romantic, even though he is in low upkeep, but he is in low upkeep hell. Not building a large enough army to really counteract the one that Infi has. 4 Mountain Giants, a Goblin Shredder. All of these units very, very powerful, but they are all melee. The Priest, however, are not going to really be dealing that much damage. Thank you, Wacky Strats, for the host, as we are now looking at, well, Mountain Giants still dancing back and forth. Romantic trying to press his advantage here. Knights with Inner Fire could cause problems. 985 hit point units as we see an Entangle go down. Inner Fire, Dispel Magic units are trying to fight back and forth still. Holy Light trying to save some units. And this is the problem. The Mountain Giants have all pretty much been healed back up. Great use of those Moonwells and that Moonstone as they are still fighting their way through. Priest, the weakest link in this army, getting entangled and taken down in pretty much record time, as the Paladin may need to get off some more Holy Lights to keep that Mountain King up and running. Alchemist still doing a fair bit of chasing. Keeper of the Grove at level 5, almost at level 6, and look at that triple gloves of haste. If you micro that Keeper of the Grove with that Orb of Venom very effectively, you can essentially poison the entire army. All right, Ancient of War continuing, well, could end up getting taken down here. Yep, well, Tuna Fish, I don't need to say that every time. Human vs. Night Elf entertaining me for 2 years. Yep. All right, let's take a look. Tier 3 Knights with Inner Fire, not something you saw back in the 129 days very often, so I gotta say I am interested in this, but the Knights damage just seems... Well, let's take a look at this. 29 to 47, I guess, compared to the Knights who have faster movement speed, are able to get into position and perhaps try and surround a Mountain Giant if they weren't just magically swan staffed away. Would have been able to get fixed a couple of times. All right, let's take a look. Paladin still seeing that level 1. Archmage gonna get into position. Mountain King trying to get into that front line spot, does have enough for 3 Stormbolts, maybe 4. By the time this battle goes on, I don't see that many Wisp out, and there it goes. That army of Knights just moving out so quickly. Are the Mountain Giants gonna come in and flank? Yes, they are. Priest now with Inner Fire counteracting that acid bomb really, really effectively, as the units are now chasing after all those units here. There goes a Stormbolt onto the Mountain Giant. There is a taunt Entangle as the Wisp are now going to make their way over, and here's some detonation. Remove Inner Fire, remove mana, and very, very effective use right there. Paladin could try and save some more units again. Are we going to perhaps see some more detonations? There's a Holy Light once more. Staff of Sanctuary could try and save some of those other units. Meanwhile, back across on the other side, you can take a look at this. There's just taunting and Mountain Giants all around the map. Mountain Giant down to 314 hit points, trying to pull back. Knights trying to get back away. Keeper of the Grove able to constantly entangle and shut down these 4 supply Knights. Fighting getting underway. Double Staff of Sanctuary should be able to save at least the first 2 Mountain Giants, but after that, well, 60-second cooldown off of 2 staffs, not that scary. There goes one, though, as the Alchemist now pulls back here. Mountain Giants, interesting strategy. Now, are we going to perhaps see some Mountain Giants getting finished off? Healing spray from a long distance, as Knights are going to be in trouble. All right, there is a surround onto the Alchemist. Alchemist could end up using the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Uses a Scroll of Healing instead. Fighting still underway, 75 supply compared to 72, and Knights and Mountain Giants are both suffering a lot of damage. Keeper of the Grove is back out onto the field. Orb of Venom right there. Who's going to win out here? Mountain Giants is just beating up on a small, insignificant priest right there, as the units are continuing to fight as well. All right. Flying Machine oversight, not quite sure what it's doing in the air right now, as we're taking a look at the priest still trying to head back, trying to get away. Priest and the army of Romantic down to 69 supply, 71 compared to 78. The Mountain Giants are just far too many, and no easy way to finish off. Come on, there's an 11 hit point Mountain Giant. Where one finally finishes off. Is that a domino effect? Are we going to see more getting finished off? Yes, there goes. Come on, there goes another. We could see more and more Mountain Giants finally falling down, and now Romantic starting to get a little bit of an advantage. Stormbolt onto the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove still has a lot of gas in the tank, though. There's the Tranquility saving up the rest of the units. Alchemist has the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability to heal up during this entire time, as the Mountain King gets Holy Lighted again. More Mountain Giants coming in from the other side. Knights trying to get in position. What is going on in this crazy battle, as the Mountain King still out, or trying to get inner fire and trying to get back into the swing of things? Still getting into position here. Knights, with their faster attack speed or faster movement speed, should be able to get in front of a couple of Mountain Giants, but that's where Staff of Preservation just takes away all of that effort right there. All right, Stormbolt onto a Wisp in order to, I guess, protect some of that mana and save some of that inner fire once more, as all the units are continuing to fight again. Paladin still in that front line. Paladin still sitting at level 1 after all this time. He was, I believe, taken down a little bit earlier. Mountain King, Staff of Sanctuary, I believe that was actually from the Archmage, as we're still looking at more and more healing. All right, Holy Light saving the Mountain King again. Mountain King trying to head back off to the north. This Ancient of War has just walked so far and still not really done anything. Mountain King in trouble, down to 383 after a Holy Light. Could be in trouble right now. There's a Potion of Invulnerability as he's able to break through. Keeper of the Grove. There's a Tranquility. Mountain King wants to get off a Stormbolt, waiting for it. There's a Stormbolt, finishes it off. Archmage gets up to level 6. Mountain King needs to get away. Will he be able to get away? Down to 233 hit points after a Holy Light, as he gets back into that front spot again. Mountain Giants continuing the fight here. All these units heading back off to the north. Romantic somehow looks like he has restabilized, re-got his footing, as the Wisp are coming out to just blow up the back party. There you go. A bunch of mana lost in an instant. Water Elemental is getting lost. Staff of Sanctuary trying to save, as all the Knights are just heading back off to the north. Priest, Mountain King, low on mana again. Is he going to be able to do anything? Mountain Giants, 1-3 upgrades. Massive armor on those Mountain Giants. What, 38% damage reduction, as the Mountain Giants could try and get away. No, is it going to get Staff of Sanctuary? I do. Yes, it does. All right, crazy battle getting underway here, as an Ancient of War could end up falling. Water Elemental going to be able to finish off with no problem. Priest all here ready to go, as the Paladin still sits at level 1. Mountain King sitting at level 4, wants to get a little bit more mana. And this is really where the Brilliance Aura would have made a very big difference. Is it level 3? It is level 3 Brilliance Aura. Instead of trying to get a mass teleport, got level 3 Brilliance Aura because of the amount of detonation and the amount of mana that is so intensive in this battle. All right, Siege Engines now joining in on the fight from the far side. Are we going to see more Mountain Giants getting finished off here? Knights trying to just catch up and get in that damage. The Knights attack animation a little bit slow right now, as the Knights are now pulling back away. We could see a Tree of Eternity getting taken down here. Let's take a look at it, trying to get into fortified armor. The Priests are all in position as well, as the Mountain King now gets up to level 5. Level 3 Stormbolt does change things greatly, as this Mountain Giant army versus Knights going back and forth. Mountain Giants, or Knights, one of the reasons why they're so effective right now is because of their high armor and the Priest. I've said it before in my armor video. When you have high armor, healing is much more effective, because you are healing more effective hit points per heal. Mountain King continuing to battle it out here. Knights trying to make their way over. Knights 2-3 upgrades. Staff of Sanctuary actually teleports it into the back line. That is a horrible spot, as that Mountain Giant gets taken down. Staff of Sanctuary will no longer be saving when you're teleporting to the wrong location. Knight now getting Holy Light, trying to get backed away, and it looks like Romantic is actually going to take this game here as the Archmage uses a Scroll of Town Portal to get away. All right, and that was the end of the game. Wow. All right, Romantic tooth and clawing that battle in order to get away with the victory. The Paladin able to get in a number of key heals. Staff of Sanctuary and Staff of Preservation, big factors in that battle, but the Knights with their faster movement speeds and their smaller radius allowing them to just win that war of attrition. Also, brilliant choice by Romantic to go for level 3. Not classic town portal. Was it? Then he must have gotten level 2 water elemental, because he was level 6. So he could have gotten level 2 water elemental, level 3 brilliance aura, and then mass teleport. If that was the case, I'm sorry I didn't keep track of the water elemental closely enough. But yeah, a brilliant game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.